It takes a minute to load up. The only way you know whether or not you've connected is whether or not you get a comment on here. Right, we've got somebody on. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to sit here and answer any questions that anybody asks. I'm not going to answer any questions. But what I want you all to know, if you can all hit share or save it for later, that would be really appreciated. I'm sitting here right now. There's a lot of people that are really unsure about the situation that I've been talking about with the GoFundMe. So I'm sitting here right now with the father of the girl who was groomed, she was gang raped, she was kidnapped and gang raped. The father has a terminal illness called COPD, and the GoFundMe is to give the family a small break, which is what the dad wants to do, is to give his family one last break. The other thing that he wanted was, we've been talking today about getting some better security for her home, and therefore using some of the money to buy cameras, to fit cameras around her property to make sure she's safe at all times. So what I'm going to do is, if you can all bear with me for a minute, because obviously I'm holding you in my hand, so it's a little bit fidgety. But I'm going to introduce, I'm just going to refer to him as the father of this young lady. I'm not going to use his name for obvious reasons, because this is an ongoing case. Now, if you can tell me in your own words, I'm correcting when I say that the case against your daughter is active.
Yes.
And being investigated at this moment in time.
Yes.
Now, you have a terminal illness.
Yes.
And unfortunately, 6 months to maybe a year, if you're fortunate.
About that. Yeah.
Now, because obviously of what your daughter has gone through, it's what I wanted people to understand is the effect it's had on you as a dad. Can you tell us how you feel that it's affected you and your family?
Well, my daughter's gone from being bubbly, beautiful, friendly, to a nervous wreck, a frightened, terrified young woman. She's reliving all this every day, as we are. And we don't sleep. She has terrible mood swings. My wife and I, we feel that we should have been there for her, and we weren't. But honestly, we didn't know. We knew something was going on, but we just didn't know. They'd frightened her that much, and threatened her, beat her, tortured her, and raped her for a long time. And they've obviously put the fear into her. So we tried to talk to her when we knew something was wrong, but she wouldn't talk to us. She didn't. And they were still, even up to now, they're still threatening her, and they're still threatening to kill her. So,
there's been threats to your family, to yourselves directly as well?
I've had threats over the phone, yeah, and my wife as well.
And there was, when they gang raped her, it was in front of your young grandchild?
Yeah.
Which caused him to be...
She's traumatised.
Yeah.
So she's had to be moved, but they're still trying to find her to stop her giving evidence.
And when I told you that I'd set up the GoFundMe, and you saw some of the comments, I showed you some of the comments, so you know that the support that you're getting from people.
Absolutely out of this world, and it's just lovely to know that there are people out there that care, and we know there are good Muslims out there, And we know there are some good ones.
But these men were Muslim that did this, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
And do you feel that because
Pakistani.
when you contacted, obviously your daughter contacted me, and I came to see you, that's made a huge difference to what's going on, just to have people that listen.
That we've actually found somebody that could help us. We've had no help or no support from local services or anybody. And it's just nice to know that there are people out there like yourself and other people that they do care and they want to see that actually something is done, because I think that successive governments are just hiding this under, they're just sweeping it under the rug.
So if you could say anything to the people who have already donated and those who have shared, what would you like to say to those that, because I know it shocked you today when I told you that we've hit almost £500.
It's absolutely fabulous, well, unbelievable, that, can't use the word fab, but it's unbelievable. And I'd like to thank every one of you that has donated, and this help is much appreciated and absolutely welcome.
And would you say, so when we talked today, we said that some of the money would be used to give you and your family a small break, which I think you all need right now, but also to hopefully buy some cameras to fit around the property to ensure at all times that she's got, because she's not getting that support. She hasn't got that safety.
No.
And obviously with your health as it is, and mum's struggling as well. And sister's got a lot of pressure on you. You're all trying to support each other. It's an awful lot for any family to take on. So we wanted to, when you and I talked about doing this, I just wanted people to know that their money is going to a worthy cause, and that there is no, you know, that you also want to raise awareness, don't you? You don't want this to happen to any other family.
No. This is happening in many towns and cities. I believe it's over 75 at the minute, and there are more to come. We want to awareness because they're changing tactics all the time, and you think that your daughter's safe. We did, and believe me, they're not.
No,
they're not.
So I've also got, you can't, as I said, I'm not going to turn the camera around. I cannot put these people's identities out there publicly. But I've also got Mum stood here, which you'll be able to hear her, because I'm sure she would like to say that she appreciates the support too.
I do. I appreciate everybody's support and everyone that's donated. I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody. Until we met Toni, we felt completely alone. We felt like we're on our own. Nobody understood what we were going through as a family. It devastated us all when we found out about our daughter. And, well, Toni's made a big difference to us as a family. Just being there, understanding what we're going through, listening to us, talking to us, which has made us feel a little more positive.
So I'm not going to stay on. Like I said, please hit that share button. Also, go onto my page. Please find that GoFundMe. Even if you can only afford £1, 50p, or just sharing it out. I want to show you that, because I get why people doubt GoFundMes. People are very insecure about it. But I wanted you to know this is real. This family's trauma is real. They are wonderful people. They really are amazing people. And they're not... You know, they have this thing where they talk about vulnerable victims as if they all come from drug-addicted families and families with alcohol problems who have no pride. That's not the case. It is not the case. This is a family with a lot of love, but they've got a lot of trauma, and they're doing their best to keep things together. I just want to give them all the support I can, and this is the only way I can do it right now. So I want to say to both of you, your courage is amazing. Your bravery is amazing, especially Dad, because I can't imagine what it must be like to be a dad, to feel that you should protect your family and feel like you didn't. But, you know, you didn't do anything wrong. I just want you to know that. You didn't do anything wrong. So we're going to say goodbye because I don't want to keep all of you lot hanging on. Please, everybody, hit the share button. Send me in a friend request. I will quite happily send you the GoFundMe. But I needed you to know that this is genuine. This is real. So for now, everybody take care, stay safe, and I'll catch up with you all real soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.